Sean, as always, thanks a lot for the time. I wish we had better things to talk about, but unfortunately on Saturday, that was not the Huskers' day against Northwestern.
Yeah, can we just break down the 2-0 Loper record right now instead of the 0-2 Nebraska record? But yeah, it was tough in Northwestern. You know, Jason, I don't think people are necessarily totally surprised Nebraska lost. They were an underdog, but I think it was the manner they lost. People can accept a loss that you play well and fight and compete, but Nebraska lost, should have won, and did not play well and made a lot of mistakes. And that's obviously the frustration point, I think, for a lot of people when they watch this team.
You wrote about it. It's disheartening to see that a lot of the same problems that Nebraska's had in the past continue to rear up. You had a great stat, I thought, on your radio report that we have, that every offensive lineman for the Huskers had at least one penalty on Saturday. That's not good football.
Yeah, all 5 linemen either had a holding or alignment false start. Northwestern was doing a lot of pre-snap moving and yelling out things before the snap, and I think it just disrupted the timing. But I think some of it, too, is the quarterback play. Martinez has been a little slower with just decisions and moving the offense at the efficiency it needs to go at, and that has to improve because I think it trickles down to all levels of the team. It hurts the special teams when you get the penalties and the offense is not running, because then they have less field to punt, and it's harder to give your defense better field position in those situations. And you can just go down and down the line, the ripple effect those mistakes have, and Martinez's decision making just being a tick slow, I think has been a problem as well.
Coach Scott Frost said all the right things, I thought, during his press conference in terms of the quarterback situation. But how do you see this eventually shaking out between Martinez and McCaffrey?
I think right now I wouldn't be surprised at all if they go to McCaffrey on Saturday. I think it's going to be a situation where they both could play, and they know they need them both. But I think Scott Frost is going to play it fairly close to the vest. He was a former quarterback, as we know. There was a time in 96 and even early 97 where fans wanted Frankie London to be the starter over Scott Frost, if you remember. And he got booed in Memorial Stadium against Central Florida in 97. So he understands what it's like to be Adrian. And I think he's given the kid more rope to try to navigate through it. And we'll see where it goes. But to me, what I see is the decision making. When McCaffrey got in there, it was 1, 2, 3, throw. I mean, just so quick thinking, a quick blinker that you have to be. And I don't feel like we see that. I feel like with Martinez right now, he just is a tick slow on decisions and kind of what he wants to do. He was 9 of 23, for example, with no pressure on him. So meaning Northwestern was not blitzing and he was able to make those throws. And that should be much higher. But, Northwestern had a good defense, Jason, as well, and you got to give them credit. Scott Frost said this week they'll probably be statistically the best defense in the Big Ten.